Hello and welcome to episode 3 of Eledor Plays Kenshi. With our intrepid heroes. You're still seeing Eledor is starting to fill out a bit, as he's starting to lose the malnourishment. Harry's fine. Ruka should be relatively healed up. Hobbs is fine. Okay. So, where we are is actually not a great spot to be. There is some resources here, so 2 copper veins. Can't really see much else that way. We've got the swamp right down here, which we really don't want to go into yet. Especially with our running speed at the moment. And there is a little bit of iron over here. And, here it is. There is a camp here which is hostile. Sort of hostile. Band of Bones. They're generally quite hostile. So, what we want to do is... We've already looted this spot a little bit. Admag's not really worth going to. Not yet, anyway. So it's probably worth getting back to the hub. And maybe heading out this way. Because there's another way station out this way. And a couple of ruins to loot as well. With a couple more weapons and other stuff we can take. Now, I think there's still some dogs left. Just have a quick look. I think they're all right here. Somewhere hidden around here. Probably sleeping. And all the hiding inside the actual iron. So anyway, how much food we got left? Probably need to cook that. I've just set Ares to medic, which means she will heal everyone if they get hurt. Just giving her the best med kit there. And I've got everyone set to bodyguard / follow. I might take him off bodyguard though, because I might actually want him to stick to following. Unfortunately, Ares does not run that fast. Partly because she's very heavily encumbered. Yeah, we can use this. To cook up some of our raw meat. So you can actually place down campfires wherever you want, as long as you're in a certain radius. When you're inside a town, you can't place anything outside, unless you're in the building. Sounds like there's some wolves close. There is no real difference between travelling at night and travelling at day. There is a light penalty, I believe, to attack. Could be wrong. Yeah, see there's a penalty in darkness. What the heck is that? Oh, piece of machinery. So I find a lot of destroyed machinery all over the place here. Speed it up a little bit. As always, one of the biggest issues with speeding everything up, just keep an eye out If you get something running up to you and attacking you when you're not looking. Like the skin spiders we had last time. They were fun things, weren't they? The reason I don't want to go into the swamp yet, there's a smaller, angrier version of the skin spiders, which lives in the swamps, and they travel in much bigger packs called blood spiders. Much easier to actually kill, but they come in those massive packs, and they hit hard, and they eat you alive. So no fun. Main counter to them is usually crossbows and other things like that. So a good couple of crossbowmen could take him out pretty quick, as long as they hit the chest or the head. Spit up again. Okay, so the music which is playing at the moment usually only plays when the sun's rising. Actually, no, wait. Nighttime. I think I got around the wrong way entirely. Nice nightscape though. That might be a mod I have for the nightscape. Alright. We're going to get back to Squin. So we'll try and go this way and then cut back across. Now you can adjust your formations. So you have it set to be random, or which is what it was before, or you have it set to military, and so they'll sort of line up into a close sort of, not really lining up. It's supposed to line up into a sort of a column behind you. So the main reason for what I'm doing to Ares at the moment is I'm trying to boost her strength up a bit. So the more I have her encumbered, the better her strength experience gain will be from just walking. And you can see her attack is so low still. That's because of the backpack. Okay, I think we'll cut across the screen now. Just keep an eye out for any, whenever you're doing traveling, just keep an eye out for any torches, because there could be a little dust bandit camp or something like that waiting to ambush you. But you won't see campsites for wolves or bone spiders. But now that we're back in the Borderlands, we shouldn't have to worry about any skin spiders out this far. Speed up. Remember to pause if you see anything coming to get you guys. Now in Squin, There are actually a bunch of copper around, so there's one there. I believe there's one over here. It's one of my favourite spots to mine. There. No. Oh, where is it? There. So you got a double. So you had two people mining that one. You got a single over the other side. Right here. Bunch of iron if you really want it. Not the most efficient mining. And you got the ones up here, the copper up here. I think there's some others around too. The hub's probably got the best location for mining. I think you have about 5 active miners going at once. Actually, that's about equivalent to you. So, for a mining operation, you want to buy one of these houses. We can't do that right now, so we might actually head back to the hub. Hopefully we won't run into any dust bandits. Problem is, usually set up camps along the way we're going. Oh, is that enough copper? Yeah. Never seen that one before. But if we want to establish here, we're going to need a lot more buildings. What's he saying there? Hobbs usually likes to bring up little stories. Gorillas are massive and scary. I think kind of like a rancor, except slightly more gorilla shaped. Maybe. Rancor from Star Wars, if no one knows. Now, one thing, if you really want to... Oh, crap. Should we take him or should we run? Legs have been already hit. Try and run. Ares is so slow. Who's running way ahead? That'd be... Oh, jeez. Rick's getting bashed up. Be good for a toughness. One advantage of Hungry Bandits is they don't use blade weapons. Oh, she's really messed up. She can't use a sword. Okay, we're going to have to leave Ruka there for now. We'll try and draw him to the ninjas. Send passive. Passive stops them from attacking. So she took 25 damage there with a which I only lost only her armor only protected from about 2 or 5 damage there. Where's Ruka? She's completely unconscious. You generally recover a little bit from... Oh gee, she's been wrecked. Her arm's wrecked too, so she can't use a sword. You see the merchants getting involved. Oh yeah, she's already healing herself. Ares, are you ignoring poor Ruka? Now, ways you can speed this up. You can go... Alright, that's enough of that. And you get Hobbs to go pick up Ruka. Good way to actually build up your strength is doing this as well. So yeah, this is how you get tougher in the game. You actually have to get beaten up. You can see how Ares' toughness is down 9, Ruka's is down 20. There he's up, still is flopping everywhere. That's all our blood everywhere. It's a good welcome to Kenshi moment, sort of thing. Even the hungry bandits who are really weak and crap are a threat to you at the start. Largely because of the numbers. Look at their stats. They're not amazing. There's another lot of them too already. Zelda done too? Yep. Alright. So, with the money we have at the moment, we can't even buy that little cheap shed there. How about this one? Nope. But, we can go have a look here and see if there's anything to loot. Really, I probably should have Ares and I'll pick them up. One advantage is there is a nice set of beds sitting right in here, which won't cost us any money to use. I really need to get Hobbs a weapon. That's why we're going to probably look in that other location. We'll speed this up. Ooh, was that slavers? Ah, yes. That's another thing. These guys, slave mongers. They will anyone who's unconscious or unattended, they'll run up and take. So if you have any unattended, unconscious people, don't let them be anywhere near when the slavers show up. Okay, we're going to take Ruka's bag and put it on Eledor, so we can load up all this stuff in here. Not as much as I was hoping, but okay. Oh, it's throwing pole actually. That's 180 credits. You occasionally have these sort of guys running around as well, who are Shinobi Fees Guild. So you get them on side. These wandering assassins will sometimes come to assistance. They're generally among some of the toughest people on the ground. Okay, we sell straw flour, sell tools, sell the book, keep the rice. Sell the water. We'll sell the shirt too. It's unnecessary. Okay, that gets us up to 2,300. Not as much as I'd hope. So spring bat is what we'll probably want to get Hobbs up to eventually. However, that uses different ammunition. So it uses the heavies. Which are not that much more expensive. There's also regulars, which you use in other crossbows, which aren't here. I feel like the heavies are the more... There's 30 shots in the regulars, 20 in the heavies. I reckon the heavies are the... So you got the toothpick... What's about the toothpick? Oh, the ranger. That's it. So that little line there, that's where I was splintered. So because the splint cut I've got is pretty low and terrible. You The other advantage of getting the shinobis is if we have a look in here, which we can't really, about this floor or this floor, they've got a bunch of beds which are free to use. So it's always a good idea to get. You see that they're lucking off the slaver, the hungry bandits. Wait, who's that? What do you mean our training range? Don't know what's up with that. Might be better than nothing. We'll give that to Hob. Don't tell me he's out of pickup range. I have my ways to deal with it. Okay, let's just see if there's any more weapons we can loot. Not getting a lot of money for it, but it's better than nothing. They left the dog behind. Oh, they've been enslaved. And that one's being eaten. Oh. Did I mention animals can eat things? part of how they get rid of dead bodies in this. You have animals walk up and just eat them. Again, welcome to Kenshi. That could be one of your characters, if you're not careful. Well, actually, if you think about it, I can actually buy this now. So we'll buy... One of these is cheap too from memory. These two are cheap. So we can buy that one. It gives us a little starter. And we need to go get some building materials. Oh, they're better. Get off that. Don't really need that right now. We'll make Hobbs our builder. Don't know if he's a Scorchlander. No, he's a Greenlander. Okay, so we need a couple of them. That's probably too many. Okay, so how many? We got two left. Cool. So this is where it comes into sort of the RTS style. Okay, we now have a building we can hide in. Oh, we don't get storage yet. So we get a research thingy going. Chuck it here. We do not have enough materials yet to make that. Pretty sure Eledor's used up all his. Yes. You can set your guys to be the builder. They're out. Okay. We'll get Hobbs to go over here. Look at Hobbs run. This is the speed of triple speed. I can afford one more. So what I was hoping to do is set up a okay. So now this opens up the next sort of stuff we can do. We can start storing stuff. Ore is one of the more important things. So this is how you can start setting up some automated mining and other things like that. So we really just want that one. And probably want food. Where do we get the food from? Is it storage? Food store. There we are. And get some chests as well to put some stuff away. Not that important, so we'll just do that. Also, we'll just use Hobbs for that for now. Preferably for research, Hive princes are the best. They get an extra boost to their experience level when doing it. So this is for science. Oh, Greenlanders have it too. There you go. So I'm going to set him to do research. That's what I've just done there. Once he's done, I can get Ares and Eledor, and we'll go get them to go do some mining, because Bruka's not really suited for it. She has a, where is it, labouring. She has a penalty to her experience with it. While labouring for Greenlanders, no penalty. No advantage, but no penalty. Okay, that should... Not enough. Okay, that should be enough to get us to the next step. Just turn that off. Probably should have Rika protecting Eledor, but okay. Okay, now what do we need for the storage box? Iron plates. So quite a big container. If we chuck it here, and we'll just set him to build as well. Okay, that's done. Next one we want to have set up is the food store. So when your workers get hungry, they'll come running to get some food. I think we're going to need some building supplies for that, so might duck over and get some building supplies. So it's a crate rather than a big giant... Sorry, it's a barrel rather than a big crate. I personally prefer playing this in normal speed. I just find the motions just look a bit silly at full speed. You get the one. Okay. And we're done. So, food store. So those little green people show where people can access it. I think Ares should be set to go and build that. Yeah. And what should happen is she should drop off all the food. Now it's in there. Something her weight's not too bad. Now the way the mining works is once it fills up, someone will take it back. So Eledor will take it back. And he'll drop it off, and then he'll head straight back. And then we can use Hobbs here to then... Don't close doors to people, they don't like it. Okay. And you can just left click, right click. Didn't know what I wanted to do at all. You can just pick up and drag. You have to shift click to do that though. And so we now have 1,000 money. Which is not a lot, but it's better than we had. Close that, get that. And we can probably... So you can set these ones up. They're a bit big. You can set up a much smaller little general storage chest. You can actually have chests which are designed to hold different things. So we'll just put this one... Tight confines in this little building. That's iron plates. Okay, so here's the general. Now what you should see is once these guys go below a certain hunger level, eventually, they should run back and get some food. I think it might be down about 225 when they do that. So each 5 is not quite it's not quite $1,000, 1,000 credits. Also, just keep an eye on you guys. They can decide not to eat for a while for some reason, because of being a bit dumb or something else. We got a trader coming in. Did the end, didn't I? So the reason why you don't want to stay here for too long is barmen only have a certain amount of money. So you can have a great production going on here, but there's no one you can sell it to. That's why Squin is better for that. Alternatively, you do all the money here, pack it up onto a trader, take it down to Squin and sell it to all different shops there. Because each of the vendors here have 25,000 credits, while the vendor here can vary from, I think, about 5,000 to about 12,000 maximum. They do tend to make up for it by just being a general trader, which means they have a bit of everything. So you see they've got toothpicks, they've got different weapons, got some fabric, which you can use, healing kits up there, ammunition, yep, and they've got some armor plating and iron plates and other stuff you can use, and food, plenty of food. Generally speaking, try and get the cheapest food. Just add that in there. So, you mostly just spend, do this until you've got enough money to pay for other things. The other thing you can do is, instead of just having those two just mining there all the time, there are other mining nodes which are around. Where are they? There's 2 there, 1 there, and they should be in range, so they should drop off the materials. The problem with them is they're a bit isolated, so if you're not paying attention, you guys could get attacked and you wouldn't notice it. I think there's another one out this way. Yeah, right there. I'm not sure if that's in range though. So we can have Ares, Ruka do that. Look, I think Ares is running back to get some food. There you go. This should boost Eledor's strength as well. So probably should have Hob doing that too. Actually, no, I'll put him down the bottom. So if he doesn't have anything else to do, he'll do that. Part of the nomads, yeah, that little baby dog. So all these animals are from the nomads. Once we've got enough money saved up, I should be able to get the other two guys who are in the inn. Which I might keep hold back. It's gonna eat into my money capacity, but at the same time, it's you sort of want someone here you can actually use to sell stuff and get stuff organised. So the people we want to get are Molly, and is he here? Yes, there he is, Logan. Logan's he's a crossbowman. Molly is a cook. They're generally, as far as I've seen, every playthrough, they're always set that way. And they always seem to be in the hub. I'm not sure if that's just me, because I remember sometimes I had Hobbs actually appear in the hub. But I haven't had that. I didn't have that happen at the time. Ruka is always also a constant. So, yeah. As you get more guys, you can get more and more stuff happening too. If you're ever in a pinch, don't forget you can hire mercenaries. So mercenary captain here, you're going to buy him for a couple of days. It doesn't cost that much, and it gives you some pretty solid protectors for a period of time, and you don't have to really worry about it if they die. Although if you want to use them again, might be worth keeping an eye on them. So don't think they respawn. Okay. One other thing to note is if you're constantly visiting these vendors, sometimes they don't reset if you're in the shop. So you sort of need to leave. They should reset every 24 hours, but that doesn't always happen. I'll probably get him doing some more research. Just do the free ones we can get done. So the rest of the stuff I'll need books for. You can either buy them from vendors or you can hunt them around in ruins and use them for research. Then it goes from books to ancient science books and engineering blueprints, which are the highest end research. And you can get blueprints because you can't at the moment. If I was to research smithing, so go to basic weapon smithing. I can smith iron club, staff. Well, just iron club and a staff. Basically, just some very boring, very generic weapons. So if you want to get other weapons, you need to actually... Sometimes the bars will hold them. Sometimes the bars have them. Not in this case. There's some books. Actually, no, there we go. Basic furniture blueprint. So there are a couple of these around. They're really cheap little ones. They are literally just for setting up stuff to make your place look like an actual house rather than just a storage junk pile like I've done here. This shed. As you go further, you also need to generate power. The hub has a little bit of power generation in the form of this wind generator. But that's it. That's all the power generation it has. And it will not spin all the time. So when the wind drops, you can see the wind's at 100% at the moment. When the wind drops, it will stop producing power, like anything else. I don't believe you can get solar panels in this. Pretty sure. So you can get a generator, which uses fuel, wind generators, and that's about it. You can get batteries as well. So you can pair up your wind generators with some batteries, and you can have some, and that can make things a bit better. So at the moment, we can set up a base anywhere we want. This is probably the best region to do anything. Unfortunately, it's owned by the Holy Empire, which do not like Ruka, do not like women. We do have 2 guys though, so that might even it out. Basically, if you have a Shek in the Holy Empire, I don't think it's attack on sight, but you had to have someone chaperoning them. Same for women. You can have the women run around free, but if they start setting up a base or something like that, you might have an Inquisitor or someone else walk up to them going, hey, what are you doing? What are you here for? Public sales is something you can set up for selling stuff. Hub is probably not the best spot to be doing that. That is something you would set up in either Squin or one of the bigger cities in the United Cities, or even the Swamp Village, whatever that one's called. Places with a lot of population. There's also Mongrel up here, I think. Where is Mongrel? It's there. Apparently this is a good region to build to, that particular spot there. Foglands. As long as you don't have to worry about the fog people, who are their own thing. So anyway, I will keep doing the money generation for a little bit, and once I'm done with that, I'll probably try and we'll get enough to so probably need 22,000. So it's going to take a little bit to do, a couple of days in game time. But once I have that, you go, Ruka. Once I've got that 22,000, I can get the Thieves Guild, which will give me some cheap armor and some other stuff and some cheap weapons. And we can get Molly and Logan, because I think they're both 6,000 each. In the meantime, we might actually get attacked by some dust bandits or something else. If we're lucky, I say lucky in a weird way, because then we can sort of loot them and get their stuff. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. If you want to leave a like or subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Helps with growing the channel. So really would love to see it grow into something a bit bigger. Beyond that, there will be Cyberpunk tomorrow if anyone's interested in watching that. I'm trying to do the Phantom Liberty playthrough. I have never done it before. I haven't really finished the game before either, so some stuff will still surprise me. Certain points in the storyline, like I haven't done it before. And beyond that, there will be Matt and Blade 2 on Thursday. I'll be doing some form of streaming on Friday, and then Minecraft on the weekend if anyone's still interested in that. But anyway, thanks for watching. Keep looking after your pets. Keep doing what you're doing. And cheerio.